Hi everybody, it's Lene. Thanks for stopping by my channel. I have a quick make for you today. You know those little wood risers that everybody has or that you want, but you don't want to spend the money on them like me. I'm going to show you a really quick way to make one of your own for just a fraction of the cost. You can use them to put candles on or display little trinkets in your home. I'm going to use them for displaying cards and things like that on my channel. So I went to my local Restore. If you're not familiar with a Restore, it is an outlet store for home goods, home improvement, things like that for Habitat for Humanity. And I love supporting that. And they had a whole display of these little wood knobs. So I'm going to use these for feet. And then this wood round, this is about 7 inches across. And I bought this for $2.49 at Hobby Lobby. That's all we're really going to need. Some paint, some glue. So I went ahead and painted, I bought lots of knobs, these white, just one coat of just really inexpensive dollar store white paint, because I don't want anything too glamorous or expensive, because I'm going to sand this thing down when we're done. So we're just going to go ahead and do a white coat here, and then let this dry super thoroughly, a couple hours, or hit it with your heat gun or hair dryer if you'd like. I'm just going to go ahead and get this paint on there and then go about my business and then come back when it's dry. When it's dry, we're going to sand this thing down, and well, actually, before we sand it down, we're going to glue the feet on it. That would be good. All right, so that's like half of this done. And then I probably want one more coat on top of that. So I'm going to do that, let this dry, and then I'm going to come back. All right, we are back. Pieces are painted. Pieces are dry. And now I have some sandpaper. This is a sand block. Also got this at the Restore. And yeah, this is a medium grit, 120 grit medium, and this was $1 there. So now what we're going to do is, I'm not going to sand the feet too much, just a little bit like this, just to kind of expose a little bit of the wood under the paint, just to distress it a little bit, and just like that much on each one. It's more just decorative to kind of rough that up a little bit. Whoa! All right, so now we're going to do the same thing on the edges here. This is going to help when you paint wood, unfinished wood. It sort of brings the grain up, and it's nice just to kind of sand that down so it's nice and smooth. And then also aesthetically, you just want to distress that white paint a little bit, kind of just going for that little farmhouse look. Now you could also stain this, or you could paint it like a very opaque, very solid white. I like to expose that wood grain. As my camera shakes like crazy. All right, so that's pretty much it there. All right, the next thing is we're just going to go ahead and we're going to glue those feet, and just like that. I'm going to leave this unfinished. This part right here, I did get some paint on that, but it's not going to cause a problem. And I like to use E6000. And I like to get them in these little bottles. You can get great big bottles of E6000, but I use it so infrequently that I can buy a 4-pack like this for a little bit less money, and then they're fresh longer. Do you know what I mean? So I just punched a hole in that using the cap, put a little E6000, and it's best to use like raw wood on raw wood. If you paint this, then there's a likelihood that the paint can chip off and then your feet will fall off. All right, that's kind of it. I'm gonna let these dry like this. You notice how I have everything squared up. All right, I'm gonna let that dry for a couple hours, and then I'm gonna show you what it looks like. So that's kind of it. I had fun making this little riser, and I will definitely be using it in future videos, so keep a lookout for that. Definitely check out to see if you have a Restore in your neighborhood. They benefit Habitat for Humanity and help people to build homes for their families. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.